Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make these coastal resin coasters that I've been doing for a few years now. And it has real sand, seashells, sea moss, and then I use these stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby, which is a local hobby store. They have it's a set that comes with the boats and the lighthouses. So here I'm just adding my white sand to the resin. I've also in the past used play sand, whatever you have available. And this is going to be my beach. I'm going to do one layer of that towards the bottom. And then I added some blue pigment paste and a little bit of mica powders, blue mica powder. And this will be my ocean and sky. So I start with the beach. And you can make this as thin or thick as you'd like. It doesn't have to be a straight line. Every beach line is different. So I spread that out. And then we'll start with the blue. As I'm adding the blue in, I'm going to keep two separate lines. So the top is going to be the sky, and the bottom along the edge of the sand is going to be what would be considered the ocean. And I do this just to give me some sort of a skyline. And then I'll mix this in so there's not a hard line. I don't know if I need to do that. I've always done it, but I like to have that little variation in colors. And then I'll set this on hyperlapse, and so you guys can see how it just pulls into the center and creates that skyline. I've also done some with a sunrise where I use the red and the orange and the yellow, and it really creates a beautiful sunrise. I left this on hyperlapse for about 30 minutes, and this is where the mica powder comes in and does its magic. It creates those striations, so it makes it look like a horizon. I waited another 30 minutes, so approximately an hour, and so it's still a little sticky. And now I'm going to be adding all of my goodies to create that 3D effect. I'm adding starfish, sea moss, and seashells to mine, but you can really add whatever you like. I try to make them as flat as possible. The sea moss sticks up quite a bit sometimes, and then I'll go back in. If the sea moss is still sticking up too much, then I use my cuticle cutters to trim that down, but you can use some little scissors or whatever you'd like, whatever you have available. Make sure you clean off your cuticle cutters or scissors or whatever it is that you're using, tweezers. While it's still wet, I use alcohol on a paper towel to clean that up. If you forget about it, then it'll actually cure on your scissors and you're just going to have to throw them away. So I've learned that the hard way and had to throw out several pair because I forgot to clean them off. You can also substitute little pebbles for the sand. There's just so many different possibilities. Okay, we're back. These have cured for 4 hours, and it's time to add the stickers. I kind of liked how the blue did this little flow down into the sand. So I went ahead and left that. I'm trying to figure out what the best placement for each sticker will be and the right sizing. I did cut off the bottom of this lighthouse that I'm adding right now. You don't have to worry about it not sitting on the beach properly because we're going to be covering that up and kind of integrating it into the beach when we do the second layer or the third layer. This set comes with birds also on the little sticker sheet. So I'm adding the last boat. We'll add some random seagulls. I think they're all seagulls. But I think they add a nice little touch. And the last lighthouse. And then it's time to go in. Oh, I forgot the last bird. And then it's time to go in with the second layer of sand. And I'm going to blend this all together. I'm going to integrate the base of that lighthouse into the sand, create that beach, and then straighten it out so it's not such a deep curve, that one side. Now you could certainly use this stage to add your sea moss in your um, seashells, rocks, whatever it is that you want to add in here. I chose to do it on the first layer only because I didn't want to do a third layer, I guess. I certainly can, but if you get the sea moss deep enough, it's just easier to get it covered up. You don't want the coaster to be too thick and go over the top of your mold. Once you add this clear coat, just keep an eye on it and make sure that you have all of the sand covered. It tends to, especially if it has different depths, you don't want that sand to be exposed at a different level. And then I just keep an eye on them and make sure that the sea moss and the shells are all covered. If you have anything sticking out, that's not going to be good. Then you're going to have to add another layer later. So this is where I use my cuticle cutters. I wash them off with alcohol, an alcohol paper towel, yeah, sprayed with alcohol. And then that's it. And just wait for them to cure. They're going to be amazing. As you noticed, when I do hit it with the bubbles, keep an eye on them. I concentrate on the middle. Don't use your heat on the outer edges of your mold of your coaster, because you're going to mess up your mold. And here we go. Look how beautiful that is. I love the striations from the mica powders. I love the different variations of the sky. And that's where that clear comes in. Mix it up. So there's the back, the front, and I apologize for my awful lighting. Eventually, I will invest in some better lighting. That's for another day. Here's number 2. And yeah, the back's not as pretty as I would like, but that's okay. And you can certainly add to the back of these some padding. But so I guess if you wanted to do something like that, you wouldn't add the clear, because then you'll be able to see that through there. But I like them just the way they are. Oh, and that one had a little piece of dust in it. Dang it. I had them covered and everything. I love the boats. The boats are my favorite, but the lighthouses are definitely most popular. They were the first ones to sell at my craft show that I took them to. A few days after this, I completed the video. And here they are. Beautiful. So I'm going to be doing my safari coasters here next week. Well, maybe not this week, but next week. I'll be posting them as well. It's the same concept, just with safari colors and the sunset. So I hope you like them. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your kind words. I appreciate every one of you. Hope you all have a wonderful day.